Se preparó, se puso linda, su amiga llamaba. Salió de rumba, nada le importó, porque su novio ella le engañó.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be filming a video. I have not done a YouTube video in a hot minute now, and I really don't have an excuse for you guys except for the fact that I have been so unmotivated with everything happening in the world to film, and I just don't even know what kind of a content to put out there because we're like in quarantine and I can't invite anybody over to like film videos with me, and I just don't even know what topics to do. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, leave them down below. I did think about like old video ideas that I was going to do, and I decided I was going to go ahead and film this one because I have been asked so many times if I could talk about this subject, so I figured why not. Pretty much the topic of discussion for today's video is beauty school worth it? So I feel like I get this question a lot, like I said, and a little bit of a backstory of when I was in beauty school. So it has been 3 years now. We're like in year 3 of me graduating from beauty school. So I actually did it in high school. So I was 17 years old when I entered beauty school. I did it my junior and senior year because they had like a program going on or whatever. Went into beauty school when I was a junior. Obviously, if you guys you've seen my channel, you've seen other videos, you guys know that I've had crazy experiences in beauty school and everything like that. But to talk about like a legit, was it worth it? Like, do I need to go to beauty school? You know, like, would you recommend me just working under the table kind of thing? Like, that is what I want to talk about in today's video. I get so many questions, and just to kind of clarify everything. The first thing, obviously, when you go to beauty school, the pretty much main point to go to beauty school is not necessarily to learn how to do whatever you're going to specialize in, like hair, makeup, nails, facials, whatever you're going to specialize in. That's pretty much not the point of going to beauty school. The point of going to beauty school is pretty much just to be able to get your license. So you have to, at least here in the States, I don't know how it is in other countries, but at least here in the US, you have to have a license to be able to be a like legit cosmetologist. Now, I know you can get certifications and stuff. I have heard of some people that go and they get certified to do lashes and things like that, but I have also heard that that's not like legit, and a lot of people will not hire you without a legit license on, because you can get a fine, and I think you can even like serve jail time or something. Like, it's crazy. So pretty much that is the main reason, is to get your license. When you get your license, it is just obviously something you have on record, and it protects you as a person, that you went to school, that you're licensed for it, and so that, you know, in case there's anybody that is just doesn't want to see you succeed, they cannot get onto you and they cannot call I don't know, the authorities to get you in trouble to shut down your business. So it's really just a self-protection for yourself. So I have all my notes on my phone right now. So another thing is, what are you gonna learn? So a lot of people also think like, okay, if I go to beauty school, I'm gonna come out knowing how to do every single little thing. And that could not be further from the truth. So when you're in beauty school, you legit learn nothing. Like, when I was in beauty school, I don't think I learned really anything. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna learn how to do like a full-on beautiful balayage, I'm gonna learn how to do acrylic nails, I'm gonna do lash extensions, like I'm gonna specialize in all these different things, and I'm gonna know everything, and right when I get out of school, I'm gonna make so much money, like get a job. And so no, that's not at all how it works. So when you go to beauty school, you pretty much just learn your basics, and that's it. You learn enough to where you can pass your state board exam, and that's the only thing you're gonna learn. With that is, you are going to learn the basics. So you're going to learn a little bit of everything, but you're not going to be able in cosmetology to specialize in one specific thing unless you just take courses for that. But cosmetology pretty much covers everything. If you're unaware of what it covers, it literally covers hair, skin, nails, all that stuff. Like, it covers everything. And once you have a cosmetology license, you are pretty much, I mean, licensed to do any of those things. You can specialize in anything after that. I always recommend it. Some people are like, you know, like they don't know if that's what they want to go for. They want to specialize in one thing. How I see it is, you know, I did only want to do makeup when I first went into beauty school, but obviously now I specialize in hair. But the good thing about it is that, hey, like what if I'm not good at hair? What if I get tired of hair? I'm still licensed and I can still go and learn from somebody else if I wanted to do nails or if I wanted to do eyelash extensions, like things like that. Like I now am able to do that because I'm licensed and everything. So it's actually pretty good to be a cosmetologist instead of just specializing in one thing, just because you never know. So I always recommend becoming a cosmetologist. As far as I know, here in the state of Texas, I think they just passed a law now that you need 8,000 hours, which I believe it equals to be like 1 year in beauty school. And so it's only 1,000 hours, so it's only 1 year in beauty school, and I think that's pretty much it. It's very long at all. You just need a year. So if you guys are interested, yeah, but that's here in Texas. I don't know what every single state is, but here in Texas it's 1,000 hours. You don't learn anything but basics. You'll learn everything hands-on. So yes, like again, like I said, you learn the basics. It's not until you get into the real world that you are actually going to learn how to do things, which it's like after you get your license, after you do beauty school and all that, afterwards I highly recommend trying to find somebody that doesn't mind being your mentor or doesn't mind having you be their assistant or apprentice, whatever you want to call it, and helping you out, just because it is so much better and it's so much easier for you to have kind of like somebody that's training you so you don't do everything by yourself. I personally think it's better. Even though you do have your license, I just think it's easier just to try to find somebody to obviously give you that opportunity. But I do also have another video if you guys want to check that out of my experience being an assistant, if I recommend it and all that stuff. But I'm telling you right now, I highly recommend try to find a mentor to teach you their ways so that you can exceed in whatever you want to specialize in. So everything you're gonna learn, everything's hands-on. So the good thing about when you're in beauty school is you can practice with no consequences. And what I mean by that is you can literally go into beauty school, obviously do not do it not knowing how to do anything, and just practice on people, and really you don't have consequences. I mean, your teachers are gonna be there to help you, but you don't have to, like, I don't know. I feel like you can practice a new technique on somebody and you aren't gonna get in trouble if it doesn't come out the way that they want it to come out. I know that sounds so bad, but when you're in beauty school, people understand that you're practicing, that you're training, that you have no idea what you're doing. So when they sign a waiver when you're in beauty school, they're giving you permission to pretty much just kind of play with their hair. And I guess that's a better word to say, is that you can practice and play with people's hair and you don't have to worry about certain things, if that makes sense. And plus you're gonna have like an instructor or a director there that's gonna help you. So I think it's easier. Get all the practice you can, because after that, when somebody asks you to do something, it's not like, oh, well, I can just practice, you know, now I have to find somebody to practice on to make sure it comes out perfect on that person. No, you can get all of your practice out in beauty school with no consequences, and the school provides you with all the products and everything, so you don't really have to spend your own money. Obviously you spent on tuition, but other than that, you don't have to spend your own money on products to mess with people's hair. So take as many clients as you want, watch videos out of school, practice new styles and techniques. So yeah, when you're in school, take advantage of it. Take advantage of the fact that you have built-in clients, people that go to the school, because the school already has a reputation, and you can, yeah, like you're gonna have built-in clients to practice on. You're not gonna have to like go searching like, oh, I need to go get my tia, I need to go get my cousin, like I need to go get like everybody to practice on. Like, no, once you're in school, they have people that come in and you can practice on them. So you have unlimited clients. Take advantage of the fact you can mess with their hair. You can charge more. So this is a big thing. I feel like once you are licensed and you kind of have that respect on your name type of thing, you can actually charge people more. I know a lot of people that do it under the table. If you're doing it out of your house, under the table, in your garage kind of thing, I feel like you can't really charge as much as somebody that's maybe in a higher end salon, which could potentially mean that you're not going to be making as much. That isn't to say that I'm judging anybody that's doing it under the table. I'm just saying it's probably, so you're probably going to be able to make more money with the fact that you have a license. And then again, if you don't have a license, like that's just scary to me, because I'm like, I don't know, you get the wrong client and then they report you, and then you're never gonna be able to get your license, and then you're gonna get fined or jail or something. Pay the consequences, and that's just no fun. Be sure to you can start charging more when you're licensed. Okay, with the license, there is an automatic respect. You will be able to charge accordingly. So yeah, like I said, you're gonna get that little bit of respect on your name if you have a license. So what school should you go to? Honestly, I think people should tour as many beauty schools as you want, see which one works for you, see which one feels more comfortable, see which one benefits you the most. Yeah, definitely see which one. I think it's all personal preference. I think it all, you know, has to do with you and your lifestyle and what you need. So definitely look for it. I know there's a lot of schools out there like Aveda, Paul Mitchell, Ogle that are a little bit more expensive, but there's also some smaller kind of the independent schools, and they're cheaper, and apparently y'all all learn the same thing. I don't know, there's a little bit more respect thing. I will say there's kind of like an, I don't know that word, hierarchy of like which one's better and stuff like that. So I mean, if you want to be like, oh, I went to this school and be all bougie, that's, you know, you're gonna pay for the bouginess. But I mean, I think just try to figure out which school works for you the best. And there are many well-respected schools. Honestly, you can learn the same in every school. Most schools have the same curriculum, which is true. I think you're pretty much gonna like learn the same thing in every school. Schools obviously range in prices as high as $20,000, and yeah, so I've seen some schools, they range from $20,000. I've seen some only be like $6,000, so it just depends. You can get a little bit of anything. I mean, I've seen a little bit of all kinds of different schools in my area. I don't know, I see like really good artists come out of the expensive school and the lower cost school. So I think it's personal preference. Okay, so last thing that I feel like I'm gonna talk about, because I feel like that's pretty much everything. If I left anything out, leave a comment down below telling me what I left out. But also a good point is about beauty school is that you learn all about sanitization. So I feel like this is the most important reason, super important reason to go to beauty school, is because you have to be like, okay, to be licensed, you have to know pretty much every type of way to sanitize, disinfect, get rid of all that bacteria, all that gunk, know how to clean, and all that good stuff. You have to learn all of that stuff to be able to be licensed. Like, you legit take a full-on exam over this stuff, like over this information. You have to know, you know, what you need to disinfect, sanitize. Now these are different words, but they'll trick you on your test, and they will try to make sure that you know the difference between sanitize and disinfect, what needs to be in what kind of solution will kill what on metal stuff versus plastic things, versus what you can wipe down, what you need to do, all this different type of stuff. You will learn this in beauty school, which of course is super, super important. You will also learn a lot about being able to identify like different things. You can identify like the difference between dandruff, which could be like dry scalp or stuff like that, versus if you get lice. Sometimes they look the same, you know? So you'll be able to identify both. You'll be able to identify alopecia. You'll be able to kind of identify different skin conditions that people may have. You are going to be able to identify a lot of different things once you go to beauty school, and then you take a written exam, and that pretty much clears you that you know all these things. You have to get a certain amount of points. Obviously, it's just like any test. I think you have to get over like a 70% to pass and get your license. If not, you have to retake it, and have to pay again for the test. But that's pretty much it. So you learn a lot of stuff when it comes to that aspect of it, but as for like actual doing hair and everything, guys, you're gonna learn when you get into the real world, and you're going to like, everything's just going to click once you get a mentor and once you start doing it for yourself, and you start becoming hands-on, and you start taking clients and stuff like that, and you start working on it yourself every single day. it is just going to click in your head after you start doing that. It's going to make so much more sense. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, this was so easy. What was I tripping about? All in all, do I recommend going to beauty school? 100%. I think it's important. I think it's essential if you're going, even if you want to be a makeup artist, I highly recommend it. And it's just so crazy to me that there's like makeup artists that are just like certified. They go and they get a certification from a class that they took and that's it. Most of the time in classes like that, they don't even show you how to sanitize makeup brushes, how to make sure that everything is clean so you don't spread bacteria and germs to other people. And then, you know, that sometimes can cause like eye infections or skin infections. I don't know, all kinds of crazy stuff, which is so crazy to me. That's the only reason that people sometimes have a debate over, you know, self-taught makeup artists and people that actually went to beauty school and they're like licensed and they have certifications and stuff to do it. Now, the difference with certifications and license, certifications, you're not necessarily, for some classes, you have to have a license to be able to get certified, but once you have a license, those certifications are just like add-ons. Like, they're not necessary, but they're just like add-ons. You can take classes and do continuing education type of things, but certification does not mean you're licensed, which is a big controversial thing. I know a couple of people that will not hire a makeup artist just because they're certified. Like, no, they need to go to beauty school and get a license and stuff like that just to protect themselves, because sometimes people that hire those people, they can get in trouble too. It just becomes a whole thing. Anyways, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I feel like I covered everything that I can think of. If you guys have any more questions, leave them down below in the comments and I will try to get back to you. Also, leave me some video requests because I have no idea what else to film. Definitely do that too. With that being said, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!
Se preparó, se puso linda, su amiga llamaba, salió de rumba, nada le importó, porque su novio ella le engañó.